Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're going to cut through some of the noise in high-end AV infrastructure.
Right.
We're looking at a foundational piece of hardware, the PureLink HCE III-P RX.
This is the 4K 60 HDBaseT receiver. And for you, the listener, if you're designing, say, a control room or a big campus.
In a medical facility.
Exactly. This is one of those critical components. Its whole mission is just to be a super reliable endpoint.
Making sure that 4K signal gets where it needs to go.
Yeah, using HDBaseT to carry everything, video, control, and even power over just one single cable.
Okay, let's unpack this. The immediate must-knows. It's in stock, TAA compliant, free USA shipping. The price today is $516.99.
Right, so let's talk about what that price actually gets you.
Let's start with performance.
Yeah.
First thing on the list is video quality. 4K 60, 4.4.4.
And that 4.4.4 part is, what's really fascinating here.
Why is that?
Well, for most people, all 4K kind of looks the same, but in professional settings, think broadcast graphics, medical imaging.
High-res digital signs, maybe.
Yeah, perfect example. That full 4.4.4 chroma subsampling is completely non-negotiable. It means you are sending every single bit of color information for every pixel.
So uncompressed.
Uncompressed. Zero color data loss. It's all about fidelity.
Okay, now let's tie that to simplicity. The power feature here is true PoE.
And this is a massive simplification for any installer.
How so?
The receiver itself supplies the power. True PoE. It means it can remotely power an HDBaseT camera up to 100 meters away.
100 meters.
With no other power source near the camera, you run one CCAT cable. That's it for everything.
That cuts down on cabling a ton.
Yeah.
But they make a pretty bold claim. They call it a perfect complementary solution for any brand HDBaseT camera.
And that's a big claim.
Is that just marketing, or can you really rely on that brand-agnostic promise for a critical installation?
The HDBaseT standard itself is what makes it possible, but it's the implementation in this receiver that's key.
So it's not just hype.
No. Being brand agnostic means you're avoiding vendor lock-in. It gives system designers so much flexibility, you can swap out an old camera from one company
And plug in a new one from another.
without having to rip out your entire receiver infrastructure. It's a huge long-term benefit.
But, we can't ignore physics. Transmission distance is always the big hurdle in planning.
Always. And there's a big trade-off here. If you're pushing a 1080p signal, you get a pretty generous 230 feet. That's 70 meters.
Which is pretty good.
It is. But the moment you step up to 4K, which is probably why you're buying this in the first place, that distance drops down to 131 feet, so 40 meters.
Oof, that's a significant drop.
It's the critical calculation every installer has to make. That distance trade-off forces you to plan your equipment closets and receiver locations much more carefully.
Looking at connectivity, it seems pretty robust. You've got your HDMI in, HDBase in, HDMI out.
Right.
And I like that they have a dedicated audio out on a Phoenix jack. That's great for tying into local sound systems.
Yeah.
Then you have RS-232 and a micro USB for firmware.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, we have to talk about resilience.
Longevity.
Exactly. The specs point to some serious robustness. You've got ESD protection rated at plus or minus 8 kV. But the number that really stands out to me is the MTBF.
Mean time between failure.
50,000 hours. This isn't a consumer gadget. It's infrastructure. It's built to last. It also supports all the key audio formats, from LPCM right up to Dolby True HD and DTS HD Master Audio.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Well, the PureLink HCE III-P RX is built to solve the two biggest headaches in Pro AV.
Maintaining that top-tier, uncompressed 4K 60 4.4.4 signal.
And just drastically simplifying the install with true PoE and that brand-agnostic compatibility. It's simplicity, but not at the cost of performance.
Which, it raises an important question for anyone thinking about long-term investment. The manufacturer gives you a 3-year limited warranty.
But how does that incredible 50,000-hour MTBF figure play into your actual depreciation and replacement budget, that operational lifespan?
Whoa.
That's the hidden value. It promises years of stable performance long after that standard warranty is over.
Something to consider. That's your return on resilience. We'll catch you on the next deep dive.